Hello YouTube, I'm Dave from Team 2O with another deck profile. This time I've got my Gravekeepers again. I've changed a few things. It's still a budgety build, so you're not going to see the Imperial Royal Tombs and stuff like that, but I got all sorts of cool little things here to show you. So obviously you want to run the 3 spies, 3 commandant, 3 recruiter. Some people have told me to go down to 2 recruiter, but it's probably not a good idea. I certainly don't plan to do it anytime soon. Uh, you only need 2 descendants, so I play 2 of them. And as far as the one-ofs, I tend to go 1 assailant. Assailant gets you out of a lot of shit. He switches things from defense to attack, so you can switch your opponent's weak guy from defense to attack and hurt him, or you can switch a powerful monster that has a bad defense, like a Dark Arm Dragon, to defense and just run it over. So that actually works pretty good. One of the new guys, Heretic, who I had in here before, he's still really good. A lot of people say he should be ran at 2, but I don't like to do that just because he's great if you got big back row and you're just pushing, but otherwise he's not strong enough. He's only at 18. But other than that, if you have Necro Valley and maybe 3 back row to protect him, he's golden. And last of all, I've got one nobleman now. It's probably the newest card that I've put in here. Nobleman's great because it can prolong the wall with a spy, for instance. If your opponent had a full field and attack spy, instead of specialing a recruiter and searching, or just bring out another spy, assuming they can get over it, you can just bring out this guy, put her face up, she dies, then you bring out another spy, and then that's another special summon. But I tend to like it only at 1 because it does have to be destroyed by battle, otherwise it's not going to work very well. So yeah, that would be the monsters. And let's go to spells. Okay, so of course you've got your 3 Necro Valleys. Obviously, that's standard in any GK deck. It's the main card. I can't say much more about it other than it's absolutely broken. 3 pots of duality. You don't special summon much, and it's very trap heavy. So you want to be able to get through your deck as quick as you can. 2 MSTs to help clear that back row and help deal with maybe other field spell decks or just other annoyances in general. 2 Stell for recovery. You don't need any more than that, really. 1 Allure, which has been a staple in most Gravekeeper decks. I haven't personally played it in a long time, but I figure, you have the Stell, which can add extra monsters. You can only normal summon once per turn, so you might as well just plus get, well, it's not really a plus, it's a break even, but you might as well just get the things you need and ditch 1 card that you probably didn't need. So yeah. 1 Royal Tribute, a card that, as much as it gives me game a lot of times, sometimes game before anyone's even able to do anything, I personally think it should be banned. It's a little bit too good in my opinion. But in any case, it's still legal, so I play it, and it's a staple in this deck. And of course, Dark Hole and Book of Moon, both being staples. Book being good in this deck, other than just being, its usual awesome self, because it can reset your spy for more summons. So that is the spells, and as I said, the traps are somewhat heavy, so you run 2 Deep Prison for the removal, 2 Fiendish Chain for negation, and also, of course, you can stop your opponent's beat sticks from running you over. I like to use 1 Mirror Force because Mirror Force is still a very good card, although it's not as useful against a lot of things. So I prefer the Deep Prison, but I like to have the option just in case. One Starlight Road, as I said, I don't use the Imperial Royal Tombs because I am a cheap bastard and didn't feel like paying anything for it. So I'll be using this from now on. I've been using it in a lot of decks as it is, especially with Exciton Knight, and I mean, you still got Black Rose, all sorts of cards that can still do mass destruction. So it's good to have Starlight Road, and I've actually gotten off a lot of times. It's hardly ever dead, especially because you always have, almost always have good field presence in this deck. I mean, you figure you go flip, what do you call it, Spy, special summon Descendant, and your opponent flips TT, and then you can just be like Starlight Road, special summon Stardust Dragon. So it works out pretty well. Um, 7 tools for trap negation, and one of the new cards, Wiretap. This card, instead of having to pay 1,000 to destroy the trap and negate it, it just returns it to the deck instead. The cool part about that is, of course, is if your opponent goes Solemn Warning to your summon, for instance, pays 2,000 as the cost, you can chain this and just send it back. Your summon's fine, and well, yeah, they get another warning, but they paid 2,000 for it, so they do actually get to use it again. It's gonna be well, 4,000 total. They paid just to negate one thing, basically. I want to get another one. I'm buying a big pack of the what is it? Dragons of Legend. You know, the one of the boxes. Me and my friend are going halfsies on it, so I'm gonna see if he wants to maybe do a video for the pack pull. It might be interesting. I know people like to see that. All right, so back to the deck. Compulse. It's staple, of course. Torrential, bottomless, and then warning, of course. So those are your traps. Mainly, you just run staple trap cards. That's basically what it all amounts to. Okay, so now we'll go to the extra deck. I got a crap load of rank 3s. Keep in mind that you don't really make rank 3s in this deck. This is purely situational for, say, late game when Recruiter is not useful for anything and you just have Stell and you decide to add Recruiter for whatever reason. So, I play Metclipped, a Zenmains, Fortune Tune, Leviathan Dragon, Levier, and Temtempo. So those are your rank 3s. The thing is with this deck is you don't really go in your extra deck very often. So you actually play very much only from the main board. So anyway, but the 4s that you will bring out most often are Arknight and Master Key Beetle, because Master Key can protect himself and Necro Valley. I wouldn't always suggest putting it on Necro Valley, but you do have the option to send him instead of the Necro Valley, so I suppose it makes sense. You know, it does keep it safe from the random MSTs. Well, maybe not so random MSTs. Anyway, those are your main rank 4s. Of course, you do have the option of Utopia. Cowboy's great because it can end the game. Maestro still has a lot of uses, although I usually make Honors Arc over him. Uh, the Photon guy, he's pretty good. And Steel Swarm Roach I haven't used as much as I used to, but he's still really good against certain decks. Used to be great against plants. I used to hate having it happen to me when I was playing plants. But yeah, and then of course Stardust Dragon, because you have Starlight Road. So that's how you get that out. Anyhow, that is the main deck. All I have to show you now is my side deck, which I kind of threw together. I'm going to probably be using this deck in the next tournament I go to, so I'll see how the side deck works, and if it doesn't work, well, I'll definitely update it. I'm playing two, oh no, where did Luffy go? There's Luffy. Okay, gotta keep Luffy there. Maybe I'll glue him there or something. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so for monsters, you got two ambushers. I like the ambushers because their flip effect says I can return one monster to the from my opponent's graveyard to the bottom of the deck, and it's not affected by Necro Valley, of course. And also, when he's destroyed after being flipped face up, he can add one Necro Valley from my grave to my hand. So the reason I use them is kind of to counteract my opponent MSTing my Necro Valley in the second game. So I kind of immediately will side him in. Maybe depending on what my opponent's playing, I'll side out other things. But yeah, he seems to be working pretty good. I used to main deck him, but I figure he's just better in the side. One Grand Mole helps you get over annoying cards such as that freaking Dark Dragon Beals. Hate that card so much. One Fossil Dino. I'm looking for my other one. I don't know where the heck it went. One MST for back row clearance, and one Twister. Mainly Twister. The reason I don't play 3 Dust Tornadoes over the one random Twister is because Royal Decree. That kind of takes a poop all over my deck, so I like to have that option to get rid of Royal Decree. I play the Deep Darks because I view them as 3 extra bottomless trap holes. So it's great against any synchro deck, any deck that brings out monsters with big level, basically. So it just sucks against Constellars and Evil Swarms, basically. 2 Light Imprisoning Mirrors for all sorts of various decks. 2 Rivalry of Warlords, because all your guys are spellcasters, so it doesn't really affect you. And last but not least, 2 Dust Tornadoes. So, yeah, again, for back row clearance and to get rid of the Shadow Imprisoning Mirrors that I'm sure someone's going to end up siding against me. But yeah, anyhow, that is the Gravekeeper deck. I hope you enjoyed the video, and yeah, I'm going to definitely, let me see, I don't think I have any profiles that I plan on doing anytime soon. I try to do updates for all my decks and teammates' decks every, like, other month. So, I don't know, a few of them may be due for it, and a couple of them I haven't even gotten to do yet. I have a friend who has an X-Saber deck that I'm going to probably be putting up at some point. But until then, the closest thing I'm probably going to be doing after this is I need to upload that, I practically finished it, a video on Yugi Pro showing how the Doppel plants work, the one I put up before. So I'm going to do that, and I'm also going to do a montage for this on Yugi Pro, just to show you guys how it works, although I'm sure you know how Gravekeepers works. Alright, anyway, hope you like the deck. Comment, rate, subscribe. We are Team 2-0, and have a great day.